Hi, I'm Paul Howarth from Acumen. We're part of the Systematic Innovation Network. So we're the guys that analyse free text comments, experience, thoughts, opinions and complaints. So we've developed this software called Pansensic. It's an engine, and we tip all these different types of feedback into it, and at the bottom we give you the insights. But we're going to use it for something a bit more fun today. We're going to analyse a speech by Simon Stevens and a speech by Sir David Nicholson, and the tool we're going to use is called Mental Gears, and we're going to try and see what the difference between the mindsets of these two characters are. Okay, so we've already loaded these text into our system. So Simon Stevens. Oh no, not Jeremy Hunt. We're gonna do David Nicholson. Perhaps we'll do Jeremy Hunt next week. And the tool is Mental Gear. Okay, so if I hit the button, we should be analysing that and show that as a percent. Okay, so this is the Mental Gear tool, and it's based on some work done by Dr. Claire Graves and Spiral Dynamics, and it's basically a psychological profiling tool that's the follow-on from Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And it says that the population is split into various different mindsets, and we can possess many different mindsets, and there's nothing to say that one's any better than another, but certain ones have certain attributes. Okay, so we're going to look at tribal. Across the world, the percentage is 2% tribal. We're looking at 3.9 as against 2.56, so quite a bit more tribal with Simon Stevens. At first we wondered what that was, but when we looked at the data, it's all about Simon Stevens want to be inside the tribe, and the tribe in this case is the NHS. So feudal at 4 and 4, very low scores, both roughly the same, nothing much difference there. Order 35 and 35, so again very similar scores. Scientific 29 for Simon Stevens and nearly 36 for David Nicholson. So we're talking about a 6% swing here. Now that's significant. It's not hugely significant, but it is significant. The scientific mindset is obviously scientific, but it's more technology based. As people, they tend to be more materialistic. They're more interested in their own status rather than the community, perhaps. And they're very goal orientated and target orientated, perhaps numbers as well. So that's the difference there. Communitarian at 19% and 19%, very similar again. And we see this a lot in healthcare. Healthcare tends to be quite high in communitarian, and I think it's because again that NHS is a community. So when we jump down to holarchy, we're jumping not only to the next level, but it's another tier completely, and there's quite a big change. So David Nicholson is 3% holarchy, while we're 8.6 for Simon Stevens. So this is very significant. This is quite a different mind in this area. So the holarchy person is much more interested in life's bigger questions, the big picture, much more interested in the systems and what drives those systems and simplifying systems. They tend to look for synergy and win-win situations, more sustainable ideas and a more sustainable mindset. They're keen to take opportunities wherever they can. They aren't driven by fear. They're driven by purpose, and they are not so materialistic neither. And what matters to these mindset is knowledge and information rather than numbers. So quite a bit of difference between mindsets there. So my sort of summary of that is that I would imagine Simon Stevens will be looking at the bigger picture more, and he will probably be uniting people a bit more focused on we rather than me. Interesting, we think so. Next week we're going to have a look at Simon Stevens and Jeremy Hunt. I hope you enjoy that.